All right, let's start this recording and watching 9:30 for some volatility. So in the meantime, just getting prepared to clear up all of these. Bam. Okay, so we have my focus is going to be on NAS as usual. And I'm primarily going to be trading M1 today because looking at this market, it looks like it's in a sideways chop. Let me mute everyone just to be on the safe side. Somebody says they have a doubt. Sure, you could ask. Okay, while that's been done, let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening. Thinking out loud, my mind is asking me, what's going on right here? This price action doesn't look like it accomplished anything. So let's go ahead and take a look at what was happening before. So there was a low rejection block candidate there. Traded through, the lows got taken, and price immediately rejected this. So we have a level or a price where we ran to very quickly. So this is a fast move down to that level, and we have a fast move away from that level. So whatever is happening here, this price action is either very important or irrelevant. Irrelevant because if we're seeing this much commitment to lower prices, why did it retrace? So where did it start? Started here. Take those off and expand that. So I'll watch that going forward. So question is, the bias on the daily is bearish, but it seems like the draw is higher towards the equal highs on M15. Which bias do you go with? So I've said this before, as it relates to bias, I don't commit to the idea that there is a bias. My focus is just finding where's the liquidity in the market and waiting for a confirmation that the state of delivery is heading in that side. So looking at this here, price is taking a whole lot of lows and all the highs across any time frame. Let me hide this so this is better. Floating panels. All the highs, if you take a look at, I don't know, any time frame starting from H1, the last time we had a raid above a previous high was here. This is the last time price created a high and traded above it. Since here coming down, every single high that was created, price has not traded above it. For me, that is creating liquidity. So even though we're trading lower right now, I think the next fast move lower is going to happen when we pair these orders. So for that, I want to see price trade higher. There's nothing currently changing my mind or my bias from that. So that's what I'm looking for. Let's go back to DXY for some confirmation. What's this guy doing? So this is the imbalance we're looking at yesterday. I wanted to see price trade below here and stay below it. Got a huge wick, then it rejected. So usually when you see large wicks, you consider them to be price action that is irrelevant. Because if you frame everything around this, then you start looking at areas that generally don't get tapped again. So if you just pretend that this wick doesn't exist and keep your focus on the bodies, then what we have is the imbalance right here, price traded down, stuck inside the imbalance. This kind of looks like we closed below. So if we close here and it took sell side, I'm thinking, did it take buy side as well? Are we retracing inside a dealing range? The last time this took highs would have been here, 50% coming in somewhere up here. So 930, I want to see kind of like a whipsaw, trade higher and then run low. And then I could finally get this and be fruitful. So the initial bias for me is DXY higher first and then lower. About 3 minutes before we see 930. Do we have supporting fractals on other time frame that suggest that they want to trade lower as well? Sell side taken here, buy side would have been here, price traded through here. I like this. I like when there's a high broken and then there's an imbalance at the high. That usually suggests that we could look for order blocks here once price trades above once price creates a down candle inside here and trades above them. Then those are usually easy to trade. So I'm going to be looking for that. And USD CAD. What's going on here? Let me clear up. So we had that high, huge displacement through. Price came back close below that portion. All of this just looks like consolidation. This is the last time we took a low. Here. And I'm going to stock shorts inside here. So that's my plan. My plan is to stock shorts inside here and stock longs in this guy here. That 50%, a little gap above it. 50%. Oh, here. We'll see. 930. Well, almost 930. So waiting out to see what happens. EU really had no plans of trading EU. Well, let's see what we have here. One-sided London. Is this one-sided? But I'll get to EU in a second. Let me first check up on what I actually want to do. Okay. It's about 10:15. Not far to go. So I might take my initial risk and split it across multiple pairs today. So now I have a down candle inside here. If price trades above this down candle's high, I'm going to buy the retracement and put my stop at the low of the candle. Let's get an M15 view on this guy. actually. Let's switch things up a little bit. Eight is right there. Let's get this box off. M5. Oh, what's going on? Lots of time, lots of time. So that's the liquidity that we took. Price didn't close below the lows. So once price doesn't close below the low, I start thinking rejection blocks. So you watch the bodies instead. Thank you. Almost at 50%. And once it rejects, it could start going long. I want to see gold trade higher as well. Split risk across 4 pairs. Is that too much? M5. Kind of same idea on gold. We have lows with long wicks, no close below the bodies right here. So I start thinking rejection block ideas. One more minute for this M5 candle to close. And then I want to see it starts to move. Right click to change time for you faster. Because the zoom, usually the zoom control thing, it doesn't stay pinned to the chart, to the screen. It disappears. But right now it's not doing that. And I don't see. Let's see, hide video panel. No, that's not it. I don't see a control in there to remove it. Well, not to remove it, but to have it not stay there. The only option is to hide meeting controls, and that takes it off completely. So then I can't see the chat. Can't see if there is a chat or anything like that. Okay, M5. Pop, 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 pop. Doing nothing as yet. Have some time to look at EU now. Let's take those lines off. I was in London. Not that. That was an accident. What's this? Not bad. So somewhere around 940, going into 945, I want to see price. Take this, come back and I'll buy. Might get AU happening before everybody else. Now that I've hidden the controls, I can't see the chat, so let's take a look. Yeah, I don't see the longs on NAS yet. I want the expert to reject that. So let's take off all of the extra stuff. All the extra stuff. I feel it in my bones. What's time frame is this? M5. Right, 2 more minutes. I'm stalking longs on AU and NAS. DXY H1 zoom. H1. Looks good. Looks very good. I want to see it tap this so that once I enter, there's nothing to go, there's no reason to go against my position, so I can relax. Okay, get in there. Gold is going higher. Now I want to see AU do the same thing. Gold has taken this candle's high. That's perfect. So anticipating the next setup, I'd now want to see the next candle trade lower, but close bullish. And then I'd buy that. Absolutely no order blocks formed as yet. So buying this is not yet what I want to do. DXY 1 hour volume imbalance. This. I have about 20 minutes before the next candle closes, and where this candle closes shouldn't matter really. From a 1 hour perspective, I'm already seeing them taking highs and taking lows, so this retracement should be met with more downside. Oh, M15. Volume imbalance on this time frame. This right here or inside here. Either way, this and this, they're basically in the same range. So I want to see that rejected. near current price above that gray box. This, or this. All right. So this is let's say this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3. Which one are you talking about? 1. Yeah, that's why I have it highlighted. I want to see price. Just tag it and then reject it. That's what I want to see. And I want today to be a large range day. Leon is a comedian. Right, AU actually took the high. So now, if this candle closes bullish, right, I want all of these other guys that we're waiting for. One last push from this guy. Okay, is this gone already? Suspicious. That's moving so fast. AU should be following suit. Is it still considered an inside day of previous day if the low was taken? No. Inside day must stay inside. Like this. Previous day's entire range, high to low. The current day must not go outside of that. Inside sessions are nice, or outside sessions. Either way, I'm just looking at buying gold inside here. That's what I'm looking at. And I want to see one more push, and then this guy can die. This has already traded through the high. For extra confluence, the only thing I'd want to see before my entry is maybe this candle's low being taken out. But this is enough. This is enough. I just want to see it come back down now and trade higher. Inside day setup, expansion days. I guess that's the theory. That's a general theory. Not my theory, right? This is what we heard in the grapevine. So M15 candle about to close. And then I can start seeing the next M15 just trade higher and then die. There's no liquidity, there's no volatility or news this week. Besides earnings, there's nothing that I saw, especially for today. And if you take a look at most of the charts, they've all been kind of like this. Kind of like that. Tempting, right? But this hasn't gotten where I wanted it to go to, so that's a no. Charlie R3. Inside the range, these are dealer ranges. If both sides get hit. Not entirely sure what you mean by that. Doesn't look so tempting again now, does it? Come that last push, that ends it, and then this can die. Yep, just come back gold. Now I want to buy AU. I want to buy AU. I'm for this challenge. I'm trying to do nothing but the model that I've shown. Nothing else. I'm just not sure if it's the right time to buy this guy yet. 20 points is That's 20 pips. I mean, points. I don't know. Somewhere inside here would be nice. Maybe here, exactly. That right there would be nice. That's ideally where I want my entry. And the $100 to 100K challenge, 60 days or 60 trades. Not doing anything. It's a slow day, still low probability conditions, guys. There's no news. It's October. Market's waiting for something. Whenever it's sitting like this, not doing anything, it's waiting for the news. And I'm waiting for this to get hit and then trade lower so I can do what I want. Still think it's gonna go higher, but I want it to go lower first. Okay, so since I want this guy to give one final push, seeing Nas do basically the same for me is fine. I'm not thinking that probably should have gone short or anything like that. CBDR and float. I don't even remember what month CBDR and float is in, but I think he's at month 8 now, so it's probably been covered. So if it's covered on YouTube, then I have no problem talking about it. I'm not violating any NDAs. Quickly, just gonna go to M15. All right, Nas is taking the lows in this M15 candle. So we sat all day, did nothing, created that range, and then we're taking both sides of the range. On M1, that could be a scalp. All right, let's go M5 for Nas time frame. This setup looks like an early entry. Very tempting. But conditions for entry has not been met. So we ball. Something similar happened yesterday when I wanted the entry on at Nas long and it came really close and then push. And then when it came back, well, not straight to SL, it was playing around for a bit. No news, no volatility, no movement. This is the hardest part of trading. Not feeling like you're missing something or you should switch sides when you're waiting for confirmation. Unless you have something clear on the charts that says, this is what I want for entry, and if this happens, I consider myself wrong. I personally don't think you should switch sides like that. How about EU? Okay, EU. Let's see EU. If I was a gambling man, then again, Forex is cousins with gambling. I don't want to buy EU below here. But I don't feel, almost there. I don't like the idea of buying anything when a setup forms no, when I want this guy to trade a little bit higher. So if I buy this and that's going higher, I'm literally setting myself up for failure. So that's the hard part. That's the part where you have to either allow a trade to miss you, or you take a loss because you don't follow your plan. Why did you anchor the gray box on that M15 candle the way that you did? Imbalance, or a kind of imbalance. Huge divergence with spoos and those, I have no idea what that means. Sorry. So there are a whole lot of different imbalances and inefficiencies in price. Fair value gap, very common. Obvious imbalances, very common. We all know that one. This is also an imbalance for me, where the closing price of one candle is not the opening price of the next candle. There's some discrepancy there. So I like price rejecting those. NZD USD. I personally don't follow it. Yeah, that's it. No big explanation. No nothing. I personally don't follow it. All right. So when watching price live or tape reading, this is something I like to see. There are a whole lot of lows, or let's say levels on price, and maybe you are planning on putting your stops here or something like that, right? But at the same time, we're waiting for this guy to trade higher. If that's the case, and I'm waiting for that to take place, if before my entry forms, I see price take those lows, I feel very, very good, because then I can enter and not feel worried. Now I'm interested in NAS longs. Almost there. So do I wait for this M15 to close? Do I enter before the M15 close? All that good stuff. This is the psychology part. Silver feeling. Let's take a look. Let's see what's happening over here. Efficient. My only concern about this fractal be something like this. A down candle forming right there would be ideal, or a down candle touching this line would be ideal for me if I wanted to go long silver. You can already. Wait. Allow the M15 candle to close. I mean, this could be early entries, but then if we do that, we're looking, where's that thing? We're looking at a stop of 10, 15 points just off the rip. Do I cut risk, open my stop? Do I wait? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. This M1 chart is misleading at the moment. If UCAD is getting to where I need it to be, I want to see clearly what NAS is doing as well. 2 down candles. No, for the shift. So we should be getting market structure shift on NAS. No, or very soon. 4 minutes until this candle closes. I like the fact that before the candle closes, it's straight into all of the objectives here, which means if we are correct for the XY going lower, when the next candle opens, then fade moves above the open. So this is NAS on the left, and over on the right, we have all the things we know and love. Over leverage. You're a funny one, man. You're a funny one. So a whole lot of things happening on this setup now that I actually like. I like the fact that we had the lows resting here, and now we have a valid down candle trading through the lows. and it's happening just around the same time that the XY has gotten to target. So we're literally now just looking for confirmation. Liquidity draw lower, confirmation clearly defined. Now it's a waiting game. Do I go early on this? Like AU is asking for early entries, in my opinion. AU is asking for early entries. So is UCAD. 20-point stop. 20-point stop on this guy. 30-point target. I mean, oh, emotions coming in. But I would rather there. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm questioning myself too much. I'm just gonna enter 50% of this VI. Simple. Accept the risk and just enter 50% right here. Too much overthinking. 2 minutes before the M15 candle closes, and then we could start getting the entries to form. Just put that here. For bands, let's highlight this candle. Pam. So for now, UCAD looks like it's going to be the first pair that I take. Yep. Good thing I didn't chase gold, right? All the way back. What about silver? Going down to that line. EU. I like the fact that EU is below here, just when the XY is where it needs to be. All right, let me just end this now and send another link. Bam. Bam.